Getafe packs the balls more than any team.
Do you know that Getafe has scored just 28 league goals this season? But they are top six.
They are top 6.
Yes. 20, do you know the team scored 28 league goals in 33 to 34 league games? That means you scored less than the amount of games you've played.
Yes.
Yeah. But you're in position. Meaning they pack the balls. And score one goal and win.
And that's it.
What an interesting midweek games. The Champions League just played yesterday and today, and we had pretty much, I think, the game of the year. The game of the year, probably the best game in the past 2 years. PSG versus Bayern Munich, where we saw pure football, like extremely good football. 5 goals scored by PSG, 4 goals scored by Bayern, and it was just the best game I've ever seen, pretty much. Like for the past 1 or 2 years, there's definitely recency bias, but it's been so good. And it's not a surprise that Bayern has given us 2 of the best games so far in the Champions League. The game against Real Madrid, which ended up with them winning second leg, and there's this game versus PSG. But what do you think this game Bayern Munich versus PSG?
That game was crazy, man.
Yeah.
End-to-end football. I was sick, and I'm still sick, but I could not stop watching the game.
Yeah.
9 goals. Where do you think 9 goals came from? Just extremely excellent, skillful football from Maradona to Dembele to Olise. Quality football. Imagine one of the best goalkeepers of all time, Manuel Neuer. He didn't have a single save. That means PSG had 5 shots on target and 5 goals.
When I saw that stat, I was like, nah, that was just pure quality. And when you hear the score 5-4, you feel like maybe they were just shooting balls off target. And they had like 11 and 12 shots each, or 12 and 13 shots each. It wasn't a lot, but they were just very accurate. Like they played good football, and whenever they were in the box, it was a threat. And there were no howlers. I don't think anybody passed the ball mistakenly and then someone sees the ball and score like what Chelsea's always doing, or goalkeepers making stupid mistakes. There were no howlers, It was just pure, extremely good football. The only thing was a penalty, which is normal in football, but just extremely very good football.
High level. Very high level. And I love how those guys were very, very courageous with the ball. Like Bayern they were sending guys up front, they were attacking with every player. I mean, every single Bayern player was in the PSG's own half of the field. It was crazy.
Yeah.
No respect for you whatsoever. We're going to play half and you're going to force it to defend. The exact same thing with PSG. So I really love the way both teams played. I like the mentality that company is giving to those boys.
Yeah.
And 9 goals total. Some of us thought you would be on. Guys are betting on 4.5 goals, including me. Yeah. And I went to 5. And let's go.
Let's double down.
And so we had another 5.5, other 6.5, other 7.5 goals.
And 9 goals.
9 goals is crazy. Imagine you bet on over 7.5, over 8.5.
That's like 1.00.
That's like 0.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Okay, me over. Yeah, over.
Yeah. That was.
Saw somebody putting 30,000 that the coaches will be more pragmatic and they will be under 3.5. He put £30,000. It was 30,000 euros. And
sorry for him. But I definitely knew PSG would win this game because, man, you cannot afford to tie or lose at home to Bayern and they expect to go do something in Germany. So I knew they would win, but I was very much impressed by Bayern's comeback. Bayern made a very, very good comeback.
Exactly. From 5-2
down.
Because
that was exactly the end of the tie.
Exactly.
3 goals. But they made it win and they scored 2 goals and they made it very close, 5-4. Now there's going to be an interesting game next week to play. But I really, really enjoyed this game. This game was extremely close to Barcelona against Inter last year.
Jesus Christ. What a game. A game.
Some of these teams can really make you love football. I used to think American football is more exciting, but this new format of the Champions League really made me understand that there's levels to the excitement. But man, next week is going to be a blast. I'm probably going to take off and I'm going to watch the entire game.
Yeah, and then it's just very crazy because you leave from a game where it goes from 5-4 to another game the next day, Atletico Madrid versus Arsenal, where the game ended 1-1. And before the game, everybody was just like, haram football.
Obviously, snooze fest. And
what did he give us? 2 penalties, 2 goals. And like, to be honest, I think the 2 teams have quality, but I just think they don't have that edge which Bayern Munich or PSG have. So right now, first of all, Arsenal don't have any teeth. Like, I don't think they can bite anybody. They don't have any teeth. Arsenal doesn't look like a team that can play and score maybe 3 goals or 3 outfield goals or something of that sort. They don't look like they can score 3 outfield goals right now. You stand, you wonder where the goals come from. Madrid came, he's pretending there. We know you. He's pretending. He did the same thing at Chelsea, doing the same thing at Arsenal. Martinelli, all he can do is run.
Yeah, but I actually felt sorry for Martinelli though, because in this specific game, he wasn't getting plenty of attacking options. I mean, most of the balls were going up to Maduke's position. Plus, I don't think those wingers have the freedom to actually do what they want to do. Yeah. Like, look at the freedom Olise has, look at the freedom Varela has. Those guys, they say, you know what, if it's 1-on-1, take him, drill them. And I don't think Arteta is giving them that option. And both teams, when you look at Atletico against Arsenal, you would actually see that those guys are not willing to commit players forward.
Yep.
They don't want to put guys forward. Like, you see Atletico Madrid, they'll just pass the ball, try to find a pass here. One guy was running behind the center back, you give it, and they want to cross the ball in. They don't really commit players forward, and that's why you don't see them taking risks to score goals. So, I mean, this game was a very boring game. 2 penalties, under 2.5 goals for some of the people who took under 2.5 goals. But I knew this was going to be a very boring game compared to the previous game.
Yeah, sure. But just to summarize the 2 games, this Champions League, PSG vs Bayern and Atletico Madrid vs Arsenal. Honestly, PSG vs Bayern, it would have been so good. Like,
in the final.
Exactly. If this was the finals of Champions League, it would have been so good.
Oh boy.
Just imagine, last year was 5-0 in the finals, but this year, PSG vs Bayern would have made the Champions League final so exciting. Because I don't think they'll go to the finals and make it a pragmatic thing. I think it would have been so exciting. But luckily for us, we get to experience this match twice.
Yeah, that's the good thing.
We get to experience this match twice. And unfortunately, we experienced Arsenal vs Atletico Madrid twice as well. So it's like pain and then enjoyment. So good thing we have Atletico Madrid vs Arsenal as the first game next weekend, and then PSG vs Bayern as the second game.
So it's gonna be a good
one. So I think UEFA arranged it in a good way. And honestly, I'm really, really ready for it. I'm really excited for this, and I'm waiting for this to see who goes to the finals. And it wouldn't be surprised to see that the person who goes through from PSG vs Bayern definitely wins the trophy.
Oh, absolutely.
It wouldn't be a surprise. But we all know how finals are. It's one game.
Just a single game. And Arsenal can actually do the worst thing by scoring first and packing the bus.
So
not anything new.
Yeah, so yeah, very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. But yeah, apart from the Champions League, we had we went back to Spain, where we had Real Madrid facing Real Betis. Real Madrid just got knocked out of the Champions League. They faced Bayern and they were knocked out of the Champions League. Now they face Real Betis. Went 1-0 up, but can they keep a lead? No. Honestly, I feel like Real Madrid has a serious problem. Real Madrid cannot go into next season without a striker. It just doesn't make sense for me. They cannot go into next season without a striker. This combination of Vinicius Junior and Mbappe up front doesn't work. Mbappe doesn't want to be in the box all the time. He doesn't want to make those... He doesn't want to be in the box. He doesn't want to jump and hit the ball. He doesn't want to make those funny runs around. He doesn't want to be... He wants to be at the side where Vinicius wants to be at the same time. So it is just... I just don't think they can work like this. What do you think is going wrong? Like, why would they go to Betis? Why would this game end 1-1 when Betis came to Madrid? Like, what's happening?
Let me ask you, who has to go? Who is gonna go?
Jesus Christ.
Mbappe is one of the best players in the whole world. Vinicius Junior has actually proven to everybody that the left wing position at Real Madrid that's his position. So who has to go? I asked a Madrid fan over there at the gym. I asked a friend of mine who's a Madrid fan. I'm like, bro, who has to go? He said Mbappe should go.
Honestly, I feel like if we're selfish, let me say we are. If Real Madrid is selfish, they should keep 2 of them and then Rodrigo should go. What should happen is they should bring a striker in. You know, a striker who I feel like is more hardworking. So in such a way that he can compensate for the lack of hard work which technically Mbappe has, you know. So even in the days of Gary Bale, for example, Gary Bale said it clearly that there was Ronaldo, Benzema, and Bale, you know, but Benzema and Bale covered up for the lack of hard work for Ronaldo. So I think it should be the same thing here. Get a striker, but get a striker who is hardworking, you know. He mustn't be a prolific striker, but it should just be a centre forward. I spoke about Victor Osimhen and people are like, even though he misses clear chances and everything, but I believe he's just that point man that they will have. It doesn't even need to be Osimhen. Take, for example, a striker like Gyökeres or somebody that would just be very hardworking. You cannot have 3 lazy players up front and want to win the league. It doesn't work like that. PSG tried it with Neymar, Messi, and Mbappe, and it couldn't work. Same thing if they have Vinicius a tall striker a lanky striker doesn't want to walk, and then Mbappe, it's not going to work.
So even if you bring in a striker, where is Mbappe going to play?
He's going to play on the right wing.
Really?
I feel like they're going to switch. Because, okay, I watched the game, I think the game was against Bayern. Mbappe went to the right wing and he terrorized the right wing. He terrorized it, even though he would not be as effective as on the left wing. I feel like it's the same thing like what Ronaldo used to do, where he was playing on the right wing towards the end of his career in Real Madrid, but he used to drift towards the center, and then Benzema would go to the right-hand side. It's the same thing. Mbappe can do the same thing and then drift inside. But they just need that point person. They just need that point person.
So if somebody has to go, who should go?
No, they should. What do they stay?
No, but if one person has to...
Why should they? Why? What is if?
Mbappe, one person has to go. Madrid. I'm sorry. One person has to go. You cannot have two left wingers playing in the same team.
Damn.
And if you continue like that, hey, I'm going to be the happiest fan of Madrid. I'm going to actually be a Madrid fan because you would help us win La Liga every single year. Yeah. Except Atletico comes and they win the league. But the way Madrid is playing, brother, they've shown that they cannot play 38 games and win most of the games to win the league title.
Yeah.
Because tied against Betis. I mean, shout out to Hector Bellerin, who is a former Barca player, and he actually scored the goal for us. But if you look at Barcelona, we were without Rafinha, we were without Lamine Yamal. We had Ronnie, we had Rashford, and we had Lewandowski, and we still won Getafe. Yeah. Those guys who parked the bus. You think about Nottingham Forest parking the bus in England? Getafe parks the bus more than any team.
Do you know that Getafe has scored just 28 league goals this season? But they are top 6.
They are top 6.
Yes. 20, do you know the team scored 28 league goals in 33 to 34 league games? That means you scored less than the amount of games you've played.
Yes.
Yeah. But you're seat position. Meaning they pack the bus. And score one goal and win.
And that's it. Getafe.
Yeah.
These guys. So that was a very good thing for us.
Borderlands,
guys 2-0.
That's Mourinho 2.0. That coach.
Yeah.
Mourinho.
So hopefully we can beat Osasuna this weekend. And I really want Madrid to beat Espanyol this weekend. So that we're going to win Madrid.
And win the league.
Madrid and win the league on Madrid. Like, we're going to win the league on Madrid. That's crazy. But 1-1 draw, listen, man. I'm sorry, Madrid, but you have to work things out. But as you rightly said, they need a centre forward, someone who can make the centre backs uncomfortable.
Exactly,
because you cannot have Mbappe like drifting wide all the time and there's nobody there. They'll just
centre backs just say, okay, do what you're doing. You have to come and score inside. You not score outside. You don't go and score from the wing. You have to come inside. Yeah, and they're just resting. You need somebody that will keep them on their toes, smashing their legs or something. You know.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that was a good one. I'm happy Madrid tied the game. Obviously, as a Barcelona fan, but no trophy this year. Yet again. Talking about trophies, Chelsea actually qualified for the FA Cup finals by beating Leeds United 1-0.
Yep.
So now we are getting into delusion land. Let's get into delusion land and ask the Chelsea fan here. Give us your delusional take. Chelsea 1, Leeds 0, Man City 2, Southampton 1. How was the game and what do you think about the upcoming finals?
It's clear. When Chelsea meets Man City in the final, there's only one winner. Since 2021 Champions League final, same thing. We went in, we defeated them. Easy win. Chelsea versus Man City. There's no other time, there's no perfect time for us to do this. One other thing. We did Man City a favor. When Man City needed to get into the title race, we did them a favor. We did them a solid. We gave them 3 goals. We didn't just allow them to win 1-0. We gave them a convincing win. A 3-0 win. We added extra 2 goals to boost up their goal difference so that they can be fighting with Arsenal. So we did Man City a favor by allowing them to win us 3-0. Now it's time for Man City to do us a favor and then give us the FA Cup trophy. Like, we want them to pretty much come to here and be like, hey Chelsea, thank you guys very much. You guys pushed us to the Premier League. Now we'll give you guys a favor. We'll do the favor by giving you guys back FA Cup. I think that's how it's going to go this time around. Chelsea go and get the job done very, very easily versus Man City. We're ready to do it. You know, we know how to beat big teams. We beat Man City in the finals. We beat PSG in the finals. Now Man City again. Man, trust me. And you know the funniest thing? That game is on the 16th of May, which is my birthday. So what is a better birthday present than Chelsea defeating Man City?
Excellent take. Now, let's go to the real take. What's your real take?
No, that's my real take. Okay, my real take, honestly, Chelsea hasn't won a cup final in England for close to 6-7 years right now. We lost against Liverpool, FA Cup lost against Liverpool Carabao Cup when they played with youngsters. Pretty much, their whole team was injured, and they played with youngsters, and they beat us in the finals. We lost against Man United in the finals as well. Lost against Arsenal in the finals as well. I think I took that first trophy. Like, for the past 7-8 years, we have not won any cup finals in England. We've gone to a couple of them, you know. Do you know that in the past 10 years, Chelsea have gone to like 6 FA Cup finals?
And 1-0?
No. We've won a lot, actually. It's just that we've gone to Carabao Cup finals and we've lost as well. But I think we lost against Leicester City. We lost against Arsenal as well. Then we lost the Carabao Cup twice to Liverpool or something of that sort. So we've gone to a lot of finals, you know, and we've lost a lot. So we're quite good with European finals like Betis, Man City, Club World Cup finals. But when it comes to like cup finals in England, it becomes really hard, man. It becomes really hard. So I'm a boss as well.
What the hell, man?
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, it's gonna be an excellent birthday gift for you. I hope. I don't even know if I should root for you or not. Listen, it's a birthday, man. I wish you have a very good birthday. I hope the game ends 0-0, 1-1. And then that way you can win on penalties or something.
I'll take that. I'm going to take that. That will be a better gift. I'm going to take that. A win.
No, but actually you've won a trophy this season anyways. You beat Barcelona 3-0 this season.
I'll take that.
So technically that's your second trophy coming up.
I'll take that. But
yeah, I wish you guys good luck. Even though Man City, they're out on a mission right now, but we will see. Next game, Crystal Palace against Liverpool. Liverpool beat Palace 3-1. This is the first game in 5+ matches between those two teams that Liverpool actually beat Crystal Palace. After being beaten, what cup was that? Community Shield.
Oh, yeah.
Community Shield, and then even back-to-back Premier League titles.
Yeah.
That was a good game. But unfortunately, Mohamed Salah actually picked up an injury. And he's going to be back before the end of the season to play a couple of games for Liverpool. But what do you think, though? What do you think about Liverpool's chance? Do you think those guys they're currently 4th in the table? Do you think Liverpool stays in the top 4 and gets automatic qualification for the Champions League?
Yeah, definitely. They are miles above, like 8 points above the 6th place right now. So Liverpool definitely get Champions League. It's so easy for them. They have a couple of hard games. They have to play Man United They have to play Man United and a couple of games, but it's so clear Liverpool get Champions League football. I don't think the other teams beneath them can win all their games to threaten Liverpool. So they definitely get Champions League football. But now the only thing is, would they go ahead and keep Ancelotti? I'm praying for that, because if they keep Ancelotti, they'll just be going down and down. But I think they definitely get Champions League football. And with that, I hope the management thinks it's a good idea to keep Ancelotti.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy. Liverpool is actually a very great team. Like, they've managed to keep Ancelotti for this long.
Yeah.
Like, Liam Rosselló has left. Xabi Alonso has left Madrid. Many coaches have left. Maresca has left Chelsea. Many clubs have changed coaches, but Liverpool is there. It's right there. Honestly, I thought that Liverpool would actually pick up Alonso after that spell at Madrid because he's a former Liverpool player. And he's got a couple of players in the Liverpool squad. Florian Wirtz and Jeremy Frimpong. But Liverpool was like, no, hell no. We are keeping Ancelotti. So that is very, very interesting. Yeah. So we're going to see how the offseason is because it's really, really crazy.
Yeah.
But Liverpool, they are getting wins now, so that's a good thing for them.
Yeah. But guys, what do you think was your best game for this weekend? The Champions League. What are your predictions so far? But very, very interesting. And obviously, thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And now we're going to the really, really interesting side, the upcoming week. We have very, very interesting games for the upcoming week. And we'll start with the very first one, which is Everton versus Man City. Why are we starting with Everton versus Man City? If you're looking for a stubborn team, if you're looking for a team which is extremely stubborn and you're scared to play against, that team will be Everton at home. Everton is so stubborn. They're pretty much like giant killers. I know that against Liverpool, they lost to Liverpool, the last minute goal by Virgil van Dijk and everything, but they are pretty much giant killers and they know how to play. They have very good players who are very, very hardworking, like Kenan Dewsbury Hall, Iliman Ndiaye, Beto, very, very good players. But what do you think about this game, Everton versus Man City?
I think Manchester City have to be very, very, very careful because these guys at home in their new stadium, these guys don't give up. Everton plays tough against anyone who comes at home. And even though they're not fighting relegation, they're trying to stay in mid-table and trying to, find a way to actually finish in the best possible position. This is going to be a very, very tough game for Man City.
Yeah.
So I think Man City, they've got to be ready. Like, they have to come out guns blazing and they have to come out all hands on deck, because beating Everton on the road is going to be extremely difficult. This game could end in a 1-1 tie if Man City is not careful, because Everton, they do not give you wins easily. Look at the game against Liverpool. Liverpool scored the last header.
And we should know that technically Man City hasn't been the best. I know that they won Arsenal, they won Chelsea, but to be honest, Man City went to Burnley and people were like, no, minus 3.5.
Exactly.
1-0. Same thing, they went to Southampton, the FA Cup. Same thing, Southampton were leading them 1-0 and they scored to make it 2-1. Man City hasn't been playing extremely mind-blowing football.
Yeah, even Leeds against Leeds, 1-0.
It's not been mind-blowing, so this game, for example, can be a title decider. So we're just looking at it clearly like Man City is going to cruise, but it can be a title decider.
Yep.
And talking about title deciders, what about Arsenal versus Fulham? A London derby, another very, very stubborn team in Fulham. Arsenal, they are playing against Fulham in between two huge Champions League games against Atletico Madrid. Do you think they go in here to try to rest?
I think they do that. I think that at this point in the season, you have to lean on your dogs. Yeah. You have to lean on your best players to give you that extra momentum. Because if you don't win this game, the league is over for you. And you definitely know that PSG or Bayern are waiting for you
in the finals.
So you have to understand that this Premier League title is extremely important. Plus, it is a 38-game league. You have to understand that winning the Premier League is going to feel more. I would say you're going to be more fulfilled with the Premier League win over the Champions League. Well, for a team like Arsenal who are still building, because guess what? You've played 38 games. You don't want to bottle the league again.
It makes you scared next time, because next time if you're winning and then you're like 5 points ahead and everything, you are still having the mindset of I bottled this last year.
Exactly.
But technically, if you lose the Champions League final against the PSG, you didn't bottle.
It's understandable.
You didn't bottle anything.
Yeah.
They are very good side. You didn't bottle anything. But this time you're leading more than close to 9 points and then you bottled it. Technically, if I was an Arsenal fan, I've never won the Champions League. An Arsenal fan that never won the Champions League, it would be nice for them to win it. But losing this Premier League title will be very, very destructive. It will break your mindset. Deep down, I think they should want to win the Premier League more. I feel like they have a higher chance for them to win.
Yeah.
Man City have tougher fixtures, to be honest. So I feel like they have a higher chance to win the Premier League, and they should be going all out against this Fulham side.
Yes.
So yeah,
bring out your best players. Get Saka in the lineup. Get Eze in the lineup. Get Eze in.
You should score get goals. Exactly.
Score 2 early goals and then pack the bus as you should, as you normally do.
Then you can rest players.
Rest players. Come back on Tuesday. Go all in again, and then you have a good number of days to rest before your next game. But Fulham is stubborn.
Very stubborn.
Fulham is very, very stubborn. These guys are so energetic and they don't let you score easily. These guys actually beat Villa last week 1-0 at home, and now they're coming here after a lot of rest. They'll be on you, and this is a primetime game. So Arsenal, get every single player out there. Get Declan Rice out there. Mendy. I don't know who you have for a striker. Get Gabriel Jesus up there.
Maybe Saka. Maybe Saka should start this time around.
Yeah, maybe Saka should start. That way he can become match fit for Atletico. But this is not a game that you have to sleep on. Else, you are literally bustling him.
Yep, yeah. And now, pretty much the biggest game, pretty much for the names, the biggest game of the weekend, we have Manchester United versus Liverpool. This game in previous years, Liverpool have been high flying and they have gone to Old Trafford, and then you want to see the game end 1-1. You put all your money on it, cup game, and you're seeing Garnacho and Kobe Mino scoring. This game has been very tactical. Last season or 2 seasons ago, you could see Bruno Fernandes scoring from the midfield with like their first or second shot. So this game always brings us surprises. And right now, the two teams are not bad, to be honest. They both have qualified for Champions League already, technically. So they're not playing for any position. They're not playing for any position or any relegation or qualifying or winning the league. It's more just pride. It's pretty much pride at this point. Do you have any take on this game, Man United vs Liverpool?
This game is so traumatic to me. It's traumatizing because I remember betting on Liverpool 2-3 years ago against Man United.
Yeah,
I had Liverpool to win this game. They were so high flying. Luis Diaz was hot. Cody Gakpo was hot. I had Liverpool to win the game.
You put Liverpool in multiple tickets. Liverpool corners, Liverpool win, Liverpool.
And then Liverpool allowed Anthony to score on them. After missing several counter-attacks. I remember Trent, I remember Gakpo. Oh God, Gakpo. So this game is very, 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 very bad for me. But I definitely think that Man United have the edge here. A little bit. Just because they won Liverpool last time and they can play well at home.
Yeah.
Man United can play well at home. Liverpool, they don't play well at home. Lost to PSG in Champions League finals. Knockout stage. Lost to Brighton on the road. Barely sneaking a win against Everton. Obviously, that was still a win. But in this matchup, I trust Man United more to avoid defeat than Liverpool. But it could go either ways, though. But I really believe the way Man United are playing, they are very, very balanced on attack and defense and the midfield. And I think Liverpool without Mohamed Salah is going to be very tough. Salah owns Man United and he's not going to play.
Yeah.
So I think this game is the game that Man United actually uses to say, hey, we swept Liverpool this season, we're going to the Champions League. We are going to go far, we can go far. And who knows, maybe they might even try to say, hey, you know what? Let's go in the Premier League.
Okay, quick question. Do you think Bruno Fernandes gets an assist this game?
Oh, yeah. Exactly. I think he's going for it. I think he doesn't want to score. I think he wants to get it with the record.
Yeah.
So he's going to assist Brian Bimbo. That's my prediction.
Yeah, I mean, or a header for Casemiro.
Exactly. Corner kicks.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Very, very good one. And then pretty much one of the last games we're talking about here is Chelsea versus Nottingham Forest.
Chelsea are 8th in the Premier League table. These guys are the 8th best team in the Premier League, and they're talking about and this guy, who are you?
It's just a situationship. Why am
Brighton is ahead of you, Brentford is ahead of you, Villa is ahead of you.
Yeah, it's crazy at this point.
So that means there's actually a chance with just 4 games left that you don't play European football next season.
A very, very big chance. And we're playing in Nottingham Forest, which is high flying. They are still in the Conference League, and Morgan Gibbs-White can't stop scoring. He can't stop scoring or assisting, to be honest. And he's looking for a spot in the World Cup. He wants to be called for the World Cup to play in the number 10 spot. They have Morgan Rogers, Cole Palmer, Eberechi Eze, but there's still space for another player, and I think Morgan Gibbs-White can just sneak in. So they have been playing extremely well. But Chelsea, we got a win against Leeds. We have our new manager, or our technical assistant manager, who is our manager right now, and we are going to play Nottingham Forest. I just think that with the way we won Leeds and how everybody committed themselves, Enzo Fernandez and all the players, I think we just have to get this win. We have to get this win. And also, can you imagine? It's pretty much impossible for Chelsea to make the Champions League spot this season. Yes, that's the first fight. But on doing my research, there's a possibility for Chelsea to make the Champions League without being in the top 5 spots. So here is the possibility. 3 things have to happen. 3 things have to happen for us to qualify for the Champions League. The first thing is that Aston Villa has to win the FA Cup. Aston Villa has to win the Europa League. If Aston Villa wins the Europa League, they automatically get into the Champions League. Second thing, Aston Villa has to finish 5th in the Premier League. The 5th spot in the Premier League has been given to the Premier League as a bonus for how far Premier League teams went. So if Aston Villa wins the Europa League and they finish 5th, that thing automatically goes to 6th spot. The third thing that has to happen is Chelsea has to finish in the 6th spot. Right now we are 8th and we have Brighton above us and Bournemouth pretty much. So we have to finish 6th. So that's the possibility for Chelsea to win, to get into the Champions League. So the 3 things, Aston Villa wins the Europa League, Aston Villa finishes 6th, and 5th, and Chelsea finishes 6th. That's the way we can win the Champions League. So I think we need to win all our games coming up, which is Nottingham Forest, Liverpool, Sunderland. We need to win all our 3 and 4 games. So I think we can go to Champions League, guys. I believe.
Well, good luck to you guys, because you're definitely not going to win Nottingham Forest. You will not win Nottingham Forest.
Well, I guess.
And then Liverpool, you definitely cannot beat Liverpool. So you just have to hope that Brighton and Brentford choke.
I guess we'll see.
Well, I'm rooting for Brighton anyways. Or Bournemouth. I'm rooting for those things. I'm definitely not rooting for Chelsea.
It's strange to see Brighton and Bournemouth in Champions League, to be
honest. And it would be strange to see Chelsea play once every 4 weeks.
Well. It was strange to see Chelsea not beating Barcelona, doing a regular.
Okay. All right. You've won your trophy of the season. I understand your season.
Yeah, 3-0. Solid trophy.
But you gotta understand that you have to finish sixth. Because if you don't finish sixth, you're gonna be sitting on this chair all of next season, explaining to me why we're talking about the Champions League match day 1, 2, 3, all the way through 8, and Chelsea is not anywhere to be found.
I guess we'll see.
We are gonna see. With that being said, let us go talk about Villa and Spurs and understand why Spurs might not actually be on the seat in the Premier League season next season.
Can you imagine that this team that qualified from, I think, the League 2, League 1 in England, they're going out to Championship, and what they're celebrating while playing Spurs next season. Meaning they're going to Championship, and then Spurs will be relegated. So they're saying that they're going to be playing Spurs next season.
It's crazy.
So it's just so crazy to see a big team like Tottenham Hotspur lamenting and being in 18th place. Like, bro, it's just so crazy.
And that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Those guys can actually get relegated because West Ham, they're playing very well.
West Ham, the funniest thing, the penultimate game of the season, like last but one game, they are playing Chelsea at the Stamford Bridge, and we know exactly how to ram their guts. We know exactly how to disgrace them. What would be a perfect way to end the season? Tottenham getting relegated at the Stamford Bridge. That would be a good story to tell your kids that, hey, we relegated Tottenham Hotspur and they went down. They have a good coach now, Roberto De Zerbi, and everything. But it would be so nice to relegate Spurs, to be honest. Very, very nice. On the other hand, though, I want Villa to finish fifth in the Premier League. I don't want them to go fourth. I want them to finish fifth in the Premier League so that Chelsea should have a chance to win. This weekend, if Liverpool loses, if Man United beats Liverpool and then Villa wins Spurs, they go to fourth position, which is what I don't want. So it's mixed feelings at this point in time. So I think I want Villa vs Spurs to draw, and then Man United vs Liverpool, Man United vs Liverpool to draw as well, so that they keep their positions and then it just moves forward. That's what I've been looking for this weekend.
All of this just because he wants Spurs to get relegated.
Yes.
Bro, you cannot have it all.
I mean,
okay, let's choose one. Spurs getting relegated or Chelsea not making the Champions League next season?
No. Chelsea, let Chelsea go to Champions League.
Okay.
I don't hate them that much. If it was Barcelona, I'd be like, yeah, let Barcelona get relegated.
Don't talk about Barca. We are in Spain. We are champions of Spain, bro.
No, I mean, yeah, I don't hate them that much. I hate them, but not that much.
Okay. Between Spurs and Barca, who do you hate more?
I hate Barcelona more. Like
between Spurs and between Arsenal and Barcelona.
I hate Barcelona more. Barcelona is the worst team for me. I hate them. They're just the worst team. I have bad memories of Barcelona, so they're just the worst team for me. So, yeah. Bro,
what memories do you have? You only became a Chelsea fan in 2014.
It doesn't mean that I don't feel pain. The pain of the past.
What pain? 2014 was the last time.
I just feel the pain of the past. Chelsea played Barcelona, I think 2018, when Messi scored Courtois between his legs. Yeah, I just don't have any memories from Barcelona.
Don't worry, brother. Don't worry, you'll be alright.
And some of my best games ever, I would think is the game where Liverpool beat Barcelona. So I definitely love that.
Anyways, it's okay to hate Barca. Many teams hate us, but yeah, we're still a bigger club than you guys.
Anyway. But talking about that, we've had a very exciting week with Paris Saint-Germain versus Bayern. That was the best game I've seen so far. But talking about it as a sports person, what do you think has been some of your highlights, like your best sports moment in your career, like since you began watching sports? One of the best for me, I can start, is I would say Liverpool beating Barcelona 4-0. That game was one of the highlights of my career. Since I began watching football, I was still in Goya watching football, and that game, Liverpool beating Barcelona 4-0, was one of the best games I've ever watched. I can count the number of times I felt so happy. That was one of my best games for me. What has been one of your best games so far you've watched?
Unlike some people whose best moments don't even have their own teams featured, I've had extremely great moments in sport. From 2015 to 2009 to 2011 to 2024 till even this upcoming year, even in 2 weeks from now, when we're going to be winning La Liga on top of Real Madrid.
2022 World Cup.
2022 World Cup, where my good won the World Cup. I have so many good memories where my team and I had personal stakes in it. Unlike you, your best moment is your team's never play, bro.
I'm not saying my best moment. It's just one of my best moments.
I have so many best moments. But I would say the number one best moment for me really is the World Cup. When Messi won the World Cup, I was very, very happy for him because he's my Barcelona player. He's my GOAT, and I really think that was a cementing moment in history where he officially became the GOAT.
Yeah,
officially became the GOAT. The debate officially ended. So that was one of the best moments.
So do you think if Ronaldo wins the World Cup, the GOAT debate opens again?
The GOAT debate ended already, brother.
So it cannot be reopened?
No.
Okay.
The debate is ended, dog.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, you guys, what do you think? What are some of your best moments in sports? Like, comment, tell us some of your best moments in sports. I have other ones, very good ones, like Chelsea beating Man City 1-0 in the Champions League final as well, 2021, where everybody wrote us off and we won the Champions League finals. Very, very excited about that. But, so much more. Cameroon winning the AFCON 2017.
Next year, I'm going to have a great moment. Barcelona is going to win the Champions League.
Until then, it's been a decade. They don't even know. Do you know how it feels? Can't remember when you won. Well, what class are you in, boy? But yeah.
But I know what it means to win multiple.
No, you don't. You cannot remember. You cannot remember. It's alright.
No, I can remember.
You cannot remember.
I can remember. I can definitely remember.
But yeah.
So don't worry about it. Anyway, it's time for your best bets. What is your best bet? I'm sick. Do not trust my bets. But I've got Aston Villa to win a draw this weekend against Spurs. Listen, Spurs are not a good team. I don't trust Spurs at all. You've had many, many chances in 2026 to come back, and you've had just one win in 2026. I believe Villa will get the job done against you guys, especially after having a tough game against Fulham last week, for me. The second one is Fulham against Arsenal. I'm going with Fulham plus 1.5 spread. Arsenal, you don't know how to blow out teams anymore. You cannot blow out anybody. You can even blow out my friend group chat. So I've got Fulham plus 1.5 because I know that you can score first and you're going to pack the bus because Fulham will play very well. Or guess what? You might even lose the game, Arsenal, because that's what you guys do best. You bottle the league. So I've got Fulham plus 1.5 spread. These two legs be 2.15 odds. What about you?
Yeah, that's good. I mean, I'm the person for shots and I'm going my best bets. First game is going to be Betis shots. Last week they had about 20 against Real Madrid, so I'm going with Betis over 13.5 shots at home versus Oviedo. And the second game, I'm going to Brentford. Brentford played Man United and they had 13 shots, so I'm going with Brentford again this week. Brentford shot over 12.5, and that gives us about 2.2 on, and that's it. Very, very easy. But you guys, give us your best bets. Tell us interesting picks you want us to consider as well or talk about it. But that is it. Thank you guys very much for watching, and pretty much see you next week after the Champions League games. Very excited for that.